Hey everyone, Pete's Pots in the Freedom Garden. So it's June 30th, 2016. Here we go. So here's my lettuce. Oh, should get out of the shadow. Alright, there's some lettuce. These are the repurposed lettuce. So coming along good. Real tasty lettuce there. Alright. Beet greens. Here's the basil. Oh, and I just put this mulch here, so it's just grass clippings. It's a little bit of like a mildew on it, mold on it, but it should be fine. It was cooking for a little bit in a pile, and so what that's going to do is going to break down and it's going to add nutrient to the soil and also hold the moisture in. There's the tomatoes. These are Italian heirlooms, yellow pear. Broccoli, looking pretty good. It's not going to last too long in that pot. Comfrey, tarragon. Our strawberries are pretty done. We might get a few more strawberries. Apple tree, they're not looking so hot. This is some sage and tarragon. Red Russian kale. This is a Manitoba tomato. Some more repurposed lettuce that I transplanted into these pots. The yellow pear. I bet you we got some little tomatoes showing up. Here we go. So we'll have some tomatoes here soon. They'll ripen up. This Italian heirloom. There's an Italian heirloom on the other side. It's got a lot of tomatoes on it. So there's that basil. I don't know if you remember from the other video. It wasn't looking so good. But it's coming along and we've been picking a lot of leaves off of it. So I'm pretty happy about that. I just put all these grass clippings here so it'll look better once I water it down and everything. There's tomatoes. More tomatoes. More tomatoes. This is a nice looking Manitoba. Okay, so very nutrient rich soil here. And I want to show you some of my microgreens. Okay, so all these are microgreens and we're going to juice. The things with the soil, each plant will pull different nutrients out, these different DNA or however all that works. So, but the key is if the nutrients are there in that soil, then a specific variety of plants will pull those nutrients out. Now if the nutrients aren't there, it's only going to pull out what's there. But specific varieties of plants will pull into the plant material different nutrients. So when you eat that food, it's important to have a diversity of foods, because then you're going to get a wide variety of minerals and vitamins. So and that's why it's important to have a diversity of different microgreens. And microgreens are going to have, I don't remember the exact figures, but it's like 40 times more nutrition. I mean, I could be wrong on that, but I know it's a lot, a great higher percentage of nutrition in microgreens. And then we're just going to juice these with the juicer. And I have a lot over there. Here I just started I just threw them in here because I had spilled some broccoli seeds. And I just threw them in here. Now, they're probably not going to do so good in here because what this is I'm actually making soil on top of this here. So I added some organic fertilizer and I can actually feel it. It is cooking. So this will actually turn into a nutritious soil. We'll see how these do. They're probably not going to do that great because this soil is actually cooking. So it's not ready to be grown in. But I'm going to see. I just had spilled some seeds on my floor car, and so on the floor in my car. Microgreens doing good there. And see, I'm doing the same here. So yeah. show these microgreens. We just have some more microgreens here. This is all kinds of different stuff, kales, radishes, onions, and they're doing a lot better now. They didn't do so good to begin with. Some little lettuce, real tasty and highly nutritious. These beet greens are starting to do a little better. These spinaches are done. They're going to seed. So, and red Russian kale microgreens, some more beets. They didn't do so good. And these are all radishes right here. So, thanks for watching Freedom Garden.